How long does numbness after surgery last? Breast augmentation. So one thing it might slightly depend on is the incision for the breast augmentation. Personally, I always do it in the inframammary fold, the fold where your bra sits, which is then pushing all the tissue of the breast, and I'm not actually cutting through breast. Sometimes you can do it through an infraareolar incision, which sort of takes the scar off the breast, if you like, and heals really well at the lower border of the areola. I don't do that incision. One of the people, it does give a good scar, but if it does potentially interrupt some of the blood supply to the nipple areola. So there might be some problems with the sensation with that incision. It's more likely than with an inframammary incision. So with my incision, it's less likely that you're going to damage any nerves in the breast, but you do push the breast tissue. So you often do get funny feelings in terms of numbness or increased sensation or weird sensation, funny feelings, water going over your bra and a breast, all sorts of weird sensations when you have a breast augmentation. So there is a chance that you can have that. If you do have that, I normally say that it takes many months. Now that by that I mean it can take 9 to 12 months. It can take a year for that to come back to life. And also it might not come back to life, and there may be some persistent problems. It's unusual, as I say, with an inframammary incision because you're not cutting through any breast tissue, but it's not unheard of. So there is a risk that there might be some long-term sensory problems. I've never had anyone who's had a problem. I might have had some people who have had some sensory deficit, but it's never really been an issue for them. So there is a risk that there could be long-term sensory problems, but it's very common short term, but long term you don't really get any problems. And Elaine is testament to that because she has just said on Instagram she's got no problems. So if you need any more support, what's the word, support, evidence, Elaine's right here. So so it is often a problem early on, usually comes back to life. But if it is a problem, it can take 9 to 12 months. It can take a year for it to come back to life. So you have to be a bit patient. But usually it's not a big deal. It just feels a bit weird and a bit numb sort of thing.